What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabbit here. And what if I told you there is a miner that is ROIing an ASIC every 6 days or so? That's insane. Let's take a look at this and show you exactly what FOMO and dreams are made out of. All right, so before we go any further, I do want to point out that this video is sponsored by Kryptex. We're going to run through some things and we're going to blow your mind. And we're going to be looking at Zcash mining. And Zcash, it might be more than just the FOMO. Something is going on with Zcash that isn't happening in any other crypto. This thing is outperforming Bitcoin by a large amount. But first, let's kind of look at the pool here for Kryptex. We got our minimum payouts. The algorithm is obviously equihash. A hash rate on the pool is 161 mega hash. There's 152 miners and 487 workers. Auto exchange is key here. It has a big fat yes. And we're going to get into this in a minute, but this is a feature that the majority of miners do use these days. All right, so let's take a look at something. Before we go any further, look at this. Zcash is currently sitting at about $579. That means one Zcash is about almost $580. And this miner here is getting more than one Zcash per day. Look at that, 1.1, 1.2, 1.9, 1.25. That is insane. But let's take a look at when this started to pump. So it looks like around September of 2025 is when that pumped. Up until now, this is about 8 months of solid gains that Zcash has been doing. Just to compare that to Bitcoin, if you look at about the 9th month here, Bitcoin hasn't done anything except pretty much go down. Zcash has been pumping ever since Bitcoin has been falling, outperforming it by a fairly large amount and making mining extremely profitable. So everyone's been saying mining has been dead for probably over a year now. Now, GPU mining, yes, it has been dead for at least 4 to 5 years plus. But when it comes to ASIC mining, they are fairly expensive. And usually when a coin pumps, the ASIC prices go through the roof and the coin dies within a couple weeks to a month. Well, we just saw Zcash has actually been pumping for 8 months straight. That's almost a year of solid pumps. Where does it get to a point where you're actually profitable, and it's probably going to remain pretty well? Now, let's take a look at this guy right here. And if we look at the past 7 days, he's making about $4,600 in 7 days in a week. The new Zcash miners are selling for around $3,400, $3,500. He is paying for a brand new ASIC every single 6 days or so. This is about $663 per day. Now, he does have about 15 of these miners, so that means in under 15 weeks, these things are all going to be paid off. That is insane. And so this is all on the Kryptex pool, and they are making a killing. Now, amazing feature that is really huge when it comes to this pool here is the fact that you can also do auto swapping. So here we go. This is auto swapping right here, where you can mine anything and it auto swaps to Bitcoin. This is a major feature that so many people like. So if you're account based here, I will have a link down in the description if you want to utilize the Kryptex pool. But from your account, you can order payments in several ways. You can get it paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, USDT, and BEP20, TRC20, which is Tron, USDC and Solana, BNB Smart Chain. We got Tron coins here, Violet.com payouts, or even Bit refill payouts, and then PayPal US. So many different ways to get paid here, but the major one is obviously getting paid in Bitcoin. This is a feature that not very many pools have and so many people want. So if you want to mine Zcash, especially as it's going up, because remember, usually when coins go up, they got to go down after. You want to sell on the way up. All the volatility is there. Obviously it's easier to sell because all the shares there, people are buying and buying and buying, and the liquidity is very easy. So that's when you swap into Bitcoin. If you start going in the opposite direction, when the coin starts crashing, then you're getting less and less Bitcoin because it's worth less. Right now we have Bitcoin going down and Zcash going up, which doubles your chance of getting even more Bitcoin versus the opposite, where Bitcoin was on the way up and Zcash was on the way down. That would slow your transition into acquiring more Bitcoin. That would drop it down significantly. So right now is ultimately your best time to be converting that mined Zcash into Bitcoin if you truly want that Bitcoin. Now, the Kryptex mining pool also has quite a bit more information than most pools do provide for you. Example, if you're an ASIC miner here, which we're kind of looking at right now, the best ASICs for mining is presented on their pool as well. They also got a bunch of information. Here is the Z15 Pro for an example here, all the hash rates and how loud it is and everything, temperature ranges, profitability charts from past to present, as well as places to buy these miners as well. So a lot of information and useful links are available while you're mining the coin. Here's also a solo mining calculator where you can see your chances of finding a block. As we can see right here, you have a 50.3% chance after 22 days of finding that block. If you put it to a year, you can see where it goes up. And to hit that 100% chance mark, which is your 100% to hit a block here, is around, looks like right in this area here, I'd say. We're at 99.5. That's pretty much 100%, but we can see where it fills up there. So this obviously means if you're finding a block way back in here, you're not very lucky and you're at the 300% range, where you want to find that block before 100%. Solo mining is luck based, but this is a nice chart that gives you a general idea of how long it may take based on 100% luck. And then obviously they have, all your network conditions here, block intervals, current price, block rewards, and, your odds of finding a block based on hour, day, week, month, and year. So 1 in 4 chance to find a block per week based on 420 kilohash. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up this video. We took a look at the Kryptex mining infrastructure of the pool as well as for Zcash, and we've seen that one miner making an insane amount of money. It is pretty crazy, the profitability of Zcash. And 8 months ago, we kept saying it's not going to last, it's not going to last. And here we are, 8 months later, it's still here and one of the most profitable cryptos on the market. Crypto mining is indeed profitable if you're mining Zcash. That is pretty crazy here. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on Zcash, on Kryptex. Link will be in the description if you want to utilize the Kryptex mining pool. Again, they are the sponsor of this video, but they have so many options for their crypto miners, especially the way to get paid with Bitcoin, USDT, PayPal, all those options to get straight to your bank account type of operations here, or stack more and more Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Rabid out.